Welcome to a journey of questioning and discovery. Join us as we explore the intriguing concept of what if Izuku questioned everything? Get ready to delve into the depths of imagination and explore alternate possibilities with us. It's been a year and 7 months without a symbol of peace. Everything's more chaotic now. I do what I can, helping people, freeing them, and catching several villains every day. They're troublesome. I don't like chaos, but even I can get tired. 2 days without sleep, even a hero has limits. But like many, I try to push mine. All Might did it many times, earning my admiration and respect. Though it's hard to accept his defeat, we must stand tall and fight for a world where tears aren't shed over harm. That's what's most needed right now. Walking to his apartment, he collapses into bed, skipping dinner, and falls asleep. In Izuku's dreams. Izuku, Smash. Flashbacks in the dream. All Might, Midoriya barely able to speak, spitting blood. Why you're the strongest man. Izuku, All Might, kneeling beside him, searching for a way to help. How can I achieve that? All Might, looks at Izuku, the strongest man. Another leap, to the moment he cleans the beach. All Might, your efforts bore fruit, like this beach. No matter how dirty and stinky it is, if you find a way, you can clean it up and make it habitable. It's like a person. No matter how dangerous, murderous, and diabolical they are, you can reach them in their hearts. Izuku, All Might. He wakes up from the dream. These alternating dreams confuse me, but one thing I know for sure, I can't give up. If All Might entrusted me with his powers and his life, I trust myself. I can't betray him or his beliefs. That's what matters most to me right now. Izuku, his stomach grumbles. Damn, how long have I been asleep? He checks his watch, noticing it's 3:30 p.m. That was a long time. I hope nothing happened. He turns on the TV. On TV. News, today, 2 criminals acted in the city of Musafatchu. One could grow very large, while the other easily cracked codes and opened safes. Fortunately, the famous heroes Todoroki and Endeavor were there to prevent their escape. News, could Todoroki be the new ray of hope for all of us, or will All Might come out to fight again? He turns off the TV. I'm not sure if saying he simply retired was the best. But he didn't want people to lose hope, to always have faith that there's a ray of light for the world. And as long as there's no pillar for justice, he'll continue to be that pillar, even if he's dead. He enters the bathroom, washes his face and teeth, showers, changes clothes, grabs his wallet, and leaves the house. I'll go buy pizza. Izuku goes to a store about 6 blocks away and buys a pizza box. Izuku, this is delicious. Walking, eating pizza. Ha ha ha, how's Kachan doing? I haven't seen him in days. He sits at the edge of the beach. He cleaned his training, memories flood back, and he just thinks of doing something. He stands up and pushes forward with a strong smash. Yes, I feel like I need to control it better and be able to help everyone with it. Even though I've mastered 100%, I still feel some restrictions when using it. I must improve. The smash he used on the sea split it, but naturally, it rejoined. Izuku's arm only released some steam, but it remained intact. Izuku just turned around and started walking back to his apartment. When he's a block away from reaching his home, he hears several screams from an alley. He approaches and sees a girl with blonde hair, a very large sweater, etc. You know who she is, so I'll skip the details, being beaten by a boy with red armored skin and another with white hair. Izuku, hey, what are you doing? Armored, what do you want, shrimp? Can't you see I'm busy? Kicks Himiko. Izuku, leave her alone, idiot. White hair, you want to force us, idiot. Izuku, okay. As he steps forward, red marks appear on Izuku's body. He quickly approaches his targets, hitting the armored one and sending him a few meters away, and with less force he hits the white-haired one who also falls unconscious. They're so weak, but I prefer this to #all-for-1#. Armored, damn you. Charges at Izuku, but both the armored one and the white-haired one disappear. Izuku, that's new. He approaches the girl and picks her up. I'll have to take you to my apartment. Narrate Izuku. This girl is so annoying, damn it, I hadn't seen her before, but still, she feels very familiar. After about 4 minutes, he reached his apartment, entered it, and laid Himiko on the bed before going to the bathroom to fetch some bandages, alcohol, and needles. She sleeps heavily, ha ha. Izuku, ha ha ha. He begins to treat Himiko's arm wounds, then moves to lift her hoodie to the abdomen and disinfect and bandage them similarly. He repeats the same process on parts of her legs but doesn't use bandages there. He places a patch/bandage on her nose there, all done. Now, let's wait for you to wake up. What can I do now? I think I'll make note of today's enemies. He puts on headphones and listens to music. Izuku was writing when Himiko wakes up and looks at him. She becomes fascinated by his concentrated face. She slowly approaches him from the bed, stretching, but she falls off the bed. Izuku hears the thud, turns around, and sees Himiko. He gets up from the chair, but since he had headphones on, he pulls the cable and his phone falls. Izuku/Himiko, damn it, ha ha ha. Izuku picks up his phone and looks at Himiko. She sits back on the bed and pulls her legs up, looking at Izuku. Izuku, hello. My name is Midoriya Izuku, and you are? Himiko, call me Toga. Izuku, nervously, are you okay? Himiko, excellent, and you? Izuku, why were the other guys hitting you? Himiko, no idea, why did you defend me? Izuku, averts his gaze, I'm a hero. It's my job and passion to defend and protect people. Puts a hand on his chest. Himiko, okay? Ha ha ha. Izuku, so, you don't know? Himiko, nope. I'm hungry. Izuku, what do you want to eat? I have several things in the kitchen. Himiko, pizza. Izuku, sighs, okay, I also want pizza. He grabs his phone and orders pizza there, it'll arrive in a few minutes. Where do you live? Himiko, I'll look for one later. She lies down on the bed and squishes her face with the pillow. Izuku, what do you mean? Himiko, nothing. Looks at Izuku, do you want me to leave already? Izuku, nervously, no, it's not that. I just asked where you lived. Himiko, sometimes in a house, sometimes in an apartment, it varies, ha ha ha. Izuku, sighs, if you want, you can stay at my apartment tonight, tomorrow I'll help you find something, okay? Himiko, okay, I call the bed. Izuku, but it's my apartment, TSK, okay, I'll go to the sofa, but first let's wait for the pizza. After the pizza arrived, Himiko almost ate it all by herself. Since Izuku had already eaten before bringing it, he wasn't that hungry and only ate 2 slices. Izuku, you were really hungry, it seems. Himiko, a little, ha ha ha, although I love pizza, it's my favorite food. And yours? Izuku, I'd say, not lying, I love 3-cheese pizza, ha ha ha. He gets nervous. After spending about 30 minutes talking and watching Himiko eat, Izuku picked up the box and threw it in the trash. Izuku, well, I'm going to sleep, I have work early tomorrow. What do you do for work? Himiko, she gets a little nervous and starts looking for an excuse when she sees something that she thinks might help her. I sell socks. And shirts. Izuku, where do you work? Himiko, nowhere right now, but naturally that. Izuku, okay, well, rest. He settles on the sofa. When you go to bed, turn off the light. Himiko, okay. Narrate Izuku. / in Izuku's dream. He was in the place where All Might fought All for One for the first time when he was present. Izuku, how can I be in these places? Toshinori, young Midoriya, you must protect everyone. I couldn't. I always fought, but whenever I did, someone died, or most of the time, it happened. Though you are smarter, find a way, reach them in their hearts. Remember these words, a hero will always lose more than a villain. Izuku, All Might, I'm sore. / the dream jumps and Izuku falls into another place / All for One, tough luck, Midoriya, you couldn't stop it. Holding Izuku's mother, who turns to ashes in one move, ha 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 ha. Izuku, scared and shocked, why you? His eyes emit a red color, marks appear on his body. Die, he says almost in a whisper and jumps towards All for One. / the dream ends with the final leap. He appears on the beach again. Izuku, Detroit Smash. The punch hits the beach ground directly, this time creating a hole in the ground, and the shockwave pushes a large amount of water away from the shore. Coward. / he wakes up from the dream. Himiko had fallen asleep, but upon hearing some noises, she woke up and saw Izuku sleeping, but he had marks on his body. Suddenly, Izuku woke up, and all his marks disappeared, returning to reality. Izuku, sighs and looks at Himiko. Hi. Good morning. Smiles. Himiko, hi. Himiko's stomach growls, I'm hungry. Pouts. Izuku, sighs, okay. He stretches, I'll go to the bathroom and then we'll go out to eat. After that, I'll go to work, but first, we'll go to the agency to get you registered and see what to do with you. Himiko, okay. She sits on the edge of the bed. Izuku, goes to the bathroom, does his business, comes out with wet and changed hair ready. If you want a shower, you can go to the bathroom. Himiko, okay, goes to the bathroom, and after about 15 minutes, she comes out with only wet hair and the same clothes done. How do I look? Izuku, nervous and slightly blushes. Pretty, I guess, idiot. Himiko, thanks, ha 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 ha, let's see how I can escape from him. Izuku, now, let's go. He walks out the door followed by Himiko. Himiko, ah, she touches her leg. Izuku, ha, you had some wounds, I think you noticed them when you were in the shower. Himiko, yes, and I also saw the bandages, was it you? Izuku, yes, nervously, just to prevent your wounds from reopening. Himiko, okay, let's go. After a few minutes, they stopped at a regular restaurant, and both ordered something to eat. After that, they waited for the food, while talking. At one point in the conversation, Izuku notices a guy with half red and white hair entering the restaurant and he approaches Izuku. Todoroki, Midoriya, long time no see. Izuku, smiles. Hi, Todoroki. How have you been? Todoroki, busy, and you? Izuku, fine, also busy, but fine, and what are you doing here? Todoroki, came to eat something, and you? Izuku, same, but I'm with her. Izuku points to the chair where Toga was, but the chair was empty, which confused him a bit. Izuku, and Toga? He gets up from his seat looking for her, not finding Toga, he talks to Todoroki. I'll be right back, I think she went out for something. Todoroki, okay, do you want me to help you? Izuku, really? Todoroki nods. Well, she's a blonde girl wearing a short skirt and a big beige hoodie, that's it. Todoroki, okay, let's go. The waitress brought the food to the table, Todoroki paid and took the sandwich he ordered. They both leave the store, and spend the whole morning looking for Toga. After spending so much time looking for her, they both walk to the agency, almost reaching it. Todoroki, seems like she went far. Izuku, I believe so. Nervous, I think we should check if she's in. A strange type of portal opens at the agency entrance, and several guys and something strange come out of it. I thought this wouldn't happen again, I thought it was all over. How can they still have one of those? How did they manage to get a Nomu? Todoroki, what do they think they're doing? Remains silent, and points at Midoriya. The Nomu starts to advance towards him and the other guys enter the agency. Todoroki, this is going to be complicated. Izuku, maybe. Narrate Izuku. The Nomu came straight at me, it was very similar to the one Toshinori had imprisoned years ago, so it will be difficult to defeat. The Nomu tries to hit Izuku, but he covers himself with his arms and is only pushed back a few meters. Todoroki, trouble. Izuku, I'm fine. Smiles, remember, the strongest man in the world is the one who always wears a smile even in the most dangerous moment. Ha ha ha, Todoroki, it seems we'll fight together again. Todoroki, I believe so, moves his foot and freezes one of the Nomu's arms, it breaks but another one forms. This will be D. Izuku, all for 180%, smash, he hits the Nomu's chest. The Nomu goes flying and enters the agency again, but seconds later, it comes out and launches itself towards Izuku again, just like him. At this point, Izuku's fight with the Nomu will be discussed. Izuku receives a punch in the face from the Nomu, but grabs its arm and propels himself into the air, activating full cowling and kicking the Nomu's face, pinning it to the ground. The Nomu, upon falling to the ground, gets up and charges towards Izuku with all its might. Izuku couldn't react, and the Nomu rammed into him, hitting him against a wall. The Nomu grabs Izuku's face and throws him against another wall. Izuku, ah! He comes out of the wall, but notices that a wave of flames falls on the Nomu, followed by a wall of ice falling on top of it. Todoroki, I got this. The Nomu breaks the ice and jumps into the air trying to hit Todoroki, but another blow deflects it, sending it next to Izuku, who had moved away at the moment. Endeavor, always with your tricks, you should start getting physically stronger, I got this. Izuku, okay, if there's one thing I've learned from Shoto's agency is that they don't back down. Now I should see what's happening at the agency, I'm going to the agency. Endeavor, get out of here before I also kill you, I don't know why I accepted favors. Izuku, oh okay. Izuku went to the agency, leaving Endeavor and Todoroki fighting the Nomu. Upon arriving at the agency, he finds several injured people in a line, and the guy who sent him to attack, killing one of his allies. Tomura, will have no mercy with anyone, if you're weak, go with them. He breaks the guy's neck, lifting him in the air. Midoriya, nervously, hey, let him go. Tomura, as you wish, he throws the corpse towards Izuku, who catches it and realizing it was dead, he leaves it on the ground. Izuku, damn it. He was from your team. Tomura, he was useless. Besides, Midoriya, does that matter to you? Izuku, yes. The marks appear on his body, and suddenly he was next to Tomura and hits him. Tomura receives the blow and moves only about 3 meters without falling to the floor. My turn. He places his fist in Izuku's direction and generates a big explosion, destroying the building and a few streets. Izuku, covering himself with his black whip. Damn it. The smoke/dust disperses, leaving only Izuku and Tomura at the place. The area was destroyed in about 4 streets from the starting point. He killed them. Izuku was looking at the place, shocked, and impulsively due to anger, he launched himself at Tomura, but this time activating more than 80% of his power. Detroit Smash. Before reaching him, Tomura was also charging an attack in his arm and hit Izuku at the same time. The impact sent Izuku several meters back, just like Tomura. Izuku, how can you have more than one quirk? Tomura, All Might wasn't the only one who could inherit his powers. One for All could steal any ability, and by chance, I stole one similar to that. Izuku, how did you know about that power and that All Might had it? Tomura, One for All explained it to me. Although it's a pity that All Might died in such a pathetic way, I expected more from him. Izuku, you have no right to comment on that. Tomura, in the end, the symbol of peace fell along with everything he achieved. Just like Gran Torino, they became weak. Izuku uses his full cowling and appears in front of Tomura, punching him in the face combined with a smash. Tomura hits against a wall. Damn it, now I'll go all out. Rushes at high speed towards Izuku, grabs him by the head, and slams him into the ground, drags Izuku's head across the ground, then throws him against a wall and hits him through the wall. You didn't expect that, did you? Izuku gets up from the ground, blood dripping from various parts of his body. How dare you insult All Might? Tomura, would you prefer me to say the same about your mother? Ha ha ha. Izuku, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Tomura, ha ha ha, just like All Might loses control, they were all equally weak and useless. All Might was somewhat resilient, but he became Inu. Tomura had been punched by Izuku. Izuki, now I'm going to kill you. Grabs Tomura by the neck, lifts him, and slams him into the ground, leaving him embedded, and hits him again. Tomura spits blood. Damn it. Izuku climbs on top of him and starts hitting him uncontrollably. Tomura activates a combo of abilities in his right arm and hits Izuku, sending him into the air. Izuku passes, almost hitting a helicopter that was recording. Finding some balance and looking towards Tomura, he punches backward saying smash. The air's momentum sends him back towards Tomura, but before reaching him to deliver another strong blow, Tomura jumps, dodging the attack. Tomura, if that blow had been received, I would be out of the fight. Izuku emerges from the rubble but receives a blow from Tomura that sends him to the ground. Damn it, I can't lose. Tomura, Izuku kicks him and dodges another blow from him, and with one of his hands, he takes another blow from Izuku. Was that all your strength? Izuku, I just needed to have you close. 100% Delaware. Detroit Smash, Smash. Tomura hits Tomura's stomach, but behind him, a portal had opened, so Tomura, thanks to the impact, passed through the portal, and the air pressure went skyward as the sky was getting cloudy. Izuku falls to one knee and tries to get up, with his arm destroyed and blood dripping from his head. Izuku, I'm dizzy. Falls to the ground and becomes unconscious. Minutes later, other heroes arrive to help, but when they encounter such a grotesque and destroyed scene #in a few words, they found everything messed up. They could only take Izuku to the emergency room. Narration: Izuku. I woke up in the hospital. It was just me, no one else was there at the moment. My arm was healed, but it was wrapped in bandages all the way to my hand. I sat up on the bed and started stretching. Where is Tomura? Did I defeat him? Izuku shakes his head and changes into some clothes in the room. Then, he steps out and is stunned for a few seconds. Izuku, hello? There was a large group of interviewers and a few heroes blocking Izuku's way. What the heck is going on here? He's nervous. Uraka, Izuku-kun runs towards Izuku and hugs him, followed by Tsuyu and Momo. Meanwhile, Todoroki, Bakugo, and Ida were talking until Bakugo notices Deku. Bakugo, Deku. I thought he'd greet me or ask how I am. What was I thinking? It's Kachan. Bakugo approaches and punches Izuku. Bakugo, stupid nerd, you can't even beat a worthless guy. Ida holds Bakugo's shoulder. Leave him alone, can't you see he's injured? Helps Deku up. Are you okay, Izuku? Izuku, yeah, thanks, Ida-kun. Todoroki, it seems they live streamed the fight, and many people saw your battle and ours against the Nomu. Izuku, no way, really? Nervous. Tsuyu, yeah, we were at Momo's house when the fight aired. Momo, and as soon as we heard you were in the hospital, we came as quickly as we could. Uraka, we were really worried about you, Izuku. Izuku, alright, nothing happened, I guess recovery girl healed me? Aizawa, yeah, she did. Appears behind them. Girls, ah. Aizawa, alright, Deku, you can go now. Tomorrow, you have to go to the police station since you destroyed Endeavor's agency. We'll be waiting for you at 1 p.m. Izuku, okay. Aizawa, oh, and it seems when you landed the final blow, Tomura escaped through a portal. He must be injured but alive. Stay vigilant, and watch out for the interviewers, they'll try to make your life difficult. Izuku, okay, they don't know my real name, right? Aizawa, we only gave them Deku, not Midoriya, that should be enough. Izuku, okay, thanks, Aizawa-sensei. Aizawa, yeah, just don't be late. I'm out. Aizawa leaves, and Izuku evades the press as he exits the hospital. Izuku, after leaving the hospital, he went to eat with his friends, then bid them goodbye, saying he wanted to rest, but really, he just wanted to take a walk on the beach. It's quite late, but how could I let that guy escape? Even after killing so many people, he feels no remorse or any emotion. Maybe not everyone can be reached in the heart. Maybe All Might was wrong, or maybe I was wrong to think about being a symbol of peace. Izuku sighs, I don't know what I'm doing, damn it. I can't go back, if I betray this power, I can't forgive myself. I'll be the hero he thought I would be. Sits on the beach and closes his eyes, a memory comes to him. The dream was of when All Might told him about the power transfer and his approaching end. They were both on the beach, and Izuku falls to his knees, but All Might hugs him and kneels in front of him. Izuku, sore. Toshinori, thank you, Izuku, thank you for helping me, for being my successor, for everything. Forgive me for not being able to do more, the flame is no longer in me. Now I'm at 5% of my power, I no longer possess that power. I hope you'll be better than me and finish the mission of One for All. I was struck by those words. It was the second time I saw All Might like that, but I couldn't say what I wanted. I couldn't speak to him even a second later. I needed to say those words to him, but I couldn't, thanks to that damn guy. He clenches his fist, but an image of the last time All Might could use some of his power comes to his mind. He gets up from the ground, opens his eyes, and unleashes a powerful punch at the sea. Izuku, smash. What seemed like a powerful punch stopped, and only a strong gust of air was released, but it dispersed. Sometimes I forget why I'm doing this, but this is what a hero does. Sighs to protect and help people. Indeed, that's what a hero does without asking for anything in return. Izuku turns around, scared and nervous. Who's there? Sees several people at the top of the stairs and one person at the bottom. Question mark, approaches Izuku. Now you remember me, Deku. Izuku, the hero killer, you were in prison. Stain, with so many followers, did you think I'd stay in prison for long? Izuku, well, you'll go back to prison. Gets ready to fight. Stain, before that happens, we'll kill Tomura. Izuku, shocked to hear that name. You know Tomura? Stain, I have issues with him, and it seems you do too. Izuku, and what are those issues? Calms down a bit. Stain, let's talk elsewhere. Follow me if you can. Narrate Izuku. The hero killer began to run, the others just scattered. I started running after Stain. He began to climb the walls, so I activated my full cowl at 5%, and started jumping through the buildings, catching up to Stain. Stain, good, we're almost there. Izuku, let's go fast. Starts running after Stain, and minutes later they arrive at a well-kept house. Both enter and find 3 people working for Stain. Izuku, what is this? Stain, sits on a sofa. Well, stop covering yourselves or taking off those stupid capes. Dabi, it was Toga who made us wear them. Himiko, it was for excitement and to look dangerous. Spinner, ha ha ha, we look anything but that. Izuku, Toga? Gets nervous. You're a villain. Himiko, hi Deku, ha ha ha, yep, I told you they were looking for me for work, and here I am, ha ha. Waves her hands in the air as if presenting the room. Stain, skipping that topic, what do you plan to do with Tomura? Izuku, what do you think? Stain, he only went to reduce the resources of the station, and to keep the heroes away, Besides, he has many more villains to attack the city, and he has Nomus. If you find yourself alone at one point, they will tear you apart. Izuku, if I don't use them, it's because he doesn't have them ready. If I destroy him and all of that before he tries something, we'll be fine. Staying, will be? Izuku, yes, I'll take them to jail, and they'll stay there, then I'll finish this. Staying, that won't happen. Izuku, now that I think about it, what would be the reason why Tomura is trying to do that, to destroy everything, why? Staying, I don't know, but I know you'll need help to fight against Tomura and those with him. Izuku, the question is, why are you trying to help me? Staying, he's killing without reason or measure, I hate people who do that, unnecessary bloodshed is a misuse of his power. Izuku, and aren't you doing the same? Staying, I only kill those fake heroes who earn their title to get money, that's disgusting. A hero can't be just anyone, especially if they're dedicated to personal gain. A hero is someone willing to make the ultimate sacrifice without wanting any reward. Izuku, that's why you said only All Might could be the one to kill you. Staying, there are others but he was the greatest and most worthy. Izuku, so that's your motive? Staying, I don't need more. Izuku, I'll believe you, and I'll let you help me, but the moment I don't like something, you'll go to jail, and when this job is done, you'll go anyway, but it will be of your own will. Staying, we'll see about that later, for now meet my followers. Izuku, hi. I'm Deku, and you are? Dabi, call me Dabi. Spinner, call me Spinner. Izuku, remains silent for a few seconds and points to Spinner and then to Stain, same outfit? Stain, points to Deku and then to an All Might poster. You too, he's a crazy fanatic, I just tell them what they need to know as long as they help me. Himiko, and I'm Toga. Izuku, ha ha ha, I already know you. Waits a few minutes, so all of you are killers? Stain, yes, we'll go out, you and I, to see some places where they might be making Nomus. Izuku, okay. And them? Stain, they won't go out today, they'll stay here until we return. Izuku, return, I'll go to my apartment after that. Stain, if you prefer that, it's fine, just keep in mind that the moment they see you collaborating with a villain, they'll be looking for you to interrogate you. Izuku, they won't see me, I assure you. Stain, alright, let's go, we'll talk about the rest later. Narrator, Tomura. 2 days have passed, and it seems they already believe and have faith in another symbol of peace, Midoriya Izuku. Even with that power, I will kill him. Tomura, how many Nomus do we have? Kurogiri, apparently, there are about 3 fully formed, and in perfect condition. The rest are at 4% completion. Tomura, activate them. Today, I will go after Midoriya. Taking advantage of him being alone at night, his guard will be down, and it will be easier to attack. With the Nomus, it will be a massacre. Kurogiri, it's likely you'll succeed, but don't you prefer to take some of our allies with you? Tomura, no, they would die too easily. I prefer to save them for when we go after the other heroes. Kurogiri, you're underestimating Izuku Midoriya. Tomura, he already showed me his limit, and only knocked me out. I still don't understand how he could defeat all for one. Kurogiri, neither do I. Narrator, Izuku. I finished investigating the places with Stain. It seems there was nothing in any of them, and I returned home. This situation is getting deeper, and the problems aren't stopping. There are more crimes in the city, and I'm working with criminals to try to heal it. This is incredible. Izuku arrived at his apartment and entered his room, but noticed a lump on his bed, so he approached nervously and removed the sheets, revealing a person. Izuku, Toga? Himiko, she wakes up and rubs her eyes. Izuku, nervous and somewhat embarrassed. What are you doing here? Himiko, I'm visiting you. Smiles surprise. Ha ha ha. Izuku, you shouldn't be here. If someone recognizes you, I'll have problems. Himiko, so, do you want me to leave? She says with a low voice, looking at Izuku sadly. Izuku, damn, women's natural quirk, damn. You can stay, it's fine size. Himiko, yay. Jumps and hugs Izuku, knocking him to the floor. Ha ha ha. Himiko, thank you. Moves away a bit from Izuku and looks at him intently. Izuku, nervous, avoiding eye contact. See, calm down. Tries to get away from Izuku. Himiko, hugs Izuku tighter, leaning on his chest. Cute. Izuku, help, looks around desperately for a solution. Himiko, I'm going to the bathroom. She separates from Izuku and walks to the bathroom, picking up a bag she had on Izuku's bed. Izuku, thank you, damn, oh okay. Gets up from the floor, she must be bipolar, sighs and sits on the couch. Toga entered the bathroom. Izuku was just nervous, embarrassed, and uncomfortable, until there was a knock on the door, and Izuku jumped up from the sofa. Izuku walks to the door but hears another, louder knock. Knock, knock, knock. Ultra HD 4K door XD. Izuku, 1 second opens the door. Oh. Hi. He was speechless seeing the people in front of him, as it was very unexpected. Bakugo, Deku. You're taking too long, damn nerd. Ida, calm down. Bakugo, sighs hello, Izuku. Tsuyu, hello, Midoriya. Uraka, hello, Izuku-kun. Momo/Todoroki, hello, Midoriya. Izuku, hello, and W what are you doing here? Ida, we came to visit you, are you busy? Izuku, I was. Bakugo entered the room and sat on the couch. Bakugo, I didn't come here to leave again, damn it. Ida, that's not nice, Bakugo. Maybe Izuku is busy. Enters the room followed by the others. Izuku, they've already come in, why did they even ask me? Sighs oh okay, please make yourselves comfortable. Uraka, Bakugo, and Ida sat on the large couch, Tsuyu on a chair, and Momo on a puff next to Todoroki. For those who don't know what a puff is, it's something like this, but obviously, Midoriya's was themed after All Might. A few minutes passed. Ida had been arguing with Bakugo, and the others found their argument entertaining, to the point where Izuku had forgotten about Toga. But for his good or bad luck, the bathroom door opened, and out came Toga in different clothes. Izuku, damn, when did she change her clothes? Toga? Himiko, hello. Everyone stared at Toga for several seconds, then looked at Izuku, who covered his face in embarrassment at his friends witnessing this strange situation. Izuku, they're going to misinterpret what's going on, gee guys. Himiko walks toward Izuku and leans on his arm. Hi, I'm Toga. They all snapped out of their trance and greeted Toga, introducing themselves. Then the interrogation of Izuku and Toga began, which made Izuku the most nervous, but Toga didn't mind. Todoroki, your face seems familiar, do we know each other? Momo shot Todoroki a murderous look, alerting him of something danger. Jealous girl. Himiko, I don't remember your face. Ida, so, are you Izuku's roommate? Izuku, of course not. Nervous. Uraka, then what are you doing here? Izuku, she's a friend. Himiko, for now. Izuku, what? Looks at Toga, very embarrassed, but then snaps out of it when he hears the others laughing. Tsuyu laughs. It seems like Izuku had a date. Looks at Himiko's clothes. Himiko whispers to Tsuyu that was the idea, ha ha ha. Izuku, nervous and blushing, damn, are they becoming allies or what? So, do you guys want some pizza? Everyone, yes. Izuku went to the kitchen and called on his phone to order pizza. Narrator, Tomura. We were ready to go after Izuku, but just as we were about to attack, another group of heroes arrived at that idiot's apartment. Why the hell are they here? Kurogiri, shall we attack? Tomura, maybe. You know what, call some villains, we're getting rid of that damn nuisance today. Kurogiri, are you sure? Tomura, just do it. Sits on the edge of the building. I'll wait here with the Nomus. 3 of the Nomus, in their perfect form, sat on the ground, imitating Tomura. Kurogiri, alright, I'll be back in a while. Don't attack foolishly. Tomura, just go, it's getting late. Narrating Izuku's experience. I went back to the living room, and everyone was chatting. We were waiting for the pizza to arrive. Toga was talking to the girls. I'm glad no one knows she's a villain. I sat on my bed and watched the guys chatting excitedly. But then Bakugo decided to leave. Bakugo, I'm out. I don't even know why I bother coming here. Notices Uraka giving him a deadly look. What? Uraka, stop being so demanding and sit down. Or I'll show them our photo. She hands him the phone, and Bakugo sees the picture. Bakugo, damn it. He hands the phone back to Uraka. Why the hell do I have to put up with these idiots? He sits on the couch, sparks flickering from his hands. Everyone, ha ha ha. Izuku sighs, here's a knock on the door. I'll get it. Izuku walks to the door and opens it. The delivery guy is there. Izuku, thanks, how much is it? Delivery guy, it's 30, I think it was yen, I'm not sure. Izuku pays him and takes the pizza. Thanks and goodbye. Delivery guy, goodbye. Izuku enters the apartment, but then several phones in the room ring simultaneously. Izuku, what's going on? Everyone answers their phones except Toga. They are informed about multiple attacks and assailants in the city center. Uraka, we have to go. Everyone gets up. Izuku, okay. He opens the door, and Toga joins them. Are you sure it's safe for you to come, Toga? Toga, ha, nah, I don't think so. It might be fun. They all leave the apartment, but as they walk through the streets, a Nomu falls from the sky, blocking one side of the street. This repeats on the other side of the street. Todoroki, be careful. He stands in front of Momo. Izuku gets into a fighting stance. Bakugo protects Uraka. Ida stands beside Izuku, protecting both him and Toga. What's happening? Tomura falls from the sky but enveloped in Muscular's quirk Midoriya Izuku. Izuku, Tomura? Again, how did he heal so quickly? It's only been 2 days, and my hands still sting a bit. How does he look brand new? Maybe he stole the healing quirk. Tomura, ha, come on, Izuku. You're not angry now. All Might would be. Too bad he died protecting a fake hero. Izuku, just like All for One, but at least he had a reason. Tomura, ha, but unlike you, your mother died doing nothing. The poor useless thing could only do that, she wasn't good for much else. Izuku activates his full cowl and launches towards Tomura, crashing through a wall into another street. The others are shocked by Izuku's sudden change in attitude and fighting style, except Toga, who looks worried but also amused, something that seemed impossible. Ida, Izuku. He tries to move towards where Izuku went, but a Nomu almost crashes into him. Fortunately, Todoroki hits it with his ice. Todoroki, be careful, or you'll get hurt again. He attacks the Nomu with his fire, but it barely flinches and advances towards the group, while the other Nomu runs away. Bakugo, die. He blasts the Nomu in the face, sending it flying and hitting the wall. Ha. Todoroki, TSK. He sighs, but then they hear a commotion from the other side. They all turn and see a small group of 2 people standing there. Muscular, it's incredible they send me after some kids. That idiot is very annoying. Gigantomachia, a leader should be feared, admired, and powerful, not just scum. That's an intelligent reason to follow him. Guys, don't be scared, Gigantomachia won't have the Titan power he has in the comic, for obvious reasons, but he'll clearly be stronger than Muscular. If you don't know who Gigantomachia is, well, there's Google for everyone, haha. Kurogiri, hidden in the shadows, let's stop the issues. I couldn't bring many, but you'll do for now. He disappears through a portal. Muscular, alright, let's begin. He looks at the kids. Gigantomachia, let's finish this quickly. He walks towards the kids. Narrate Izuku. After passing through the wall, Izuku received a kick from Tomura that pushed him back a few meters. Tomura, you bother, ha. Izuku, Detroit advances. Tomura, here it comes, Hypertrophy X5, Air Cannon X2, Kinetic Booster X3, this is my combo. Tomura's body grew a few centimeters, one arm became larger than the other, and he advanced towards Izuku. Izuku, smash. Jumps towards Tomura as he does the same, and they both hit the same spot. This impact released a powerful expanding wave that destroyed all the columns of the building and it fell on both of them. But thanks to the momentum they could generate in their hit, each one was shot in different directions through the debris of the building and out of it. Tomura was shot out of the debris, went through the glass of a store, and broke its wall, ending up in an alley on the ground, and Izuku flew out and landed on the floor of an apartment, hitting himself with a television. Tomura, cursed, my whole body hurts, TSK. Gets up from the ground, but his shirt had torn, so now he was bare-chested. Izuku, ag, gets up from the floor, removing the television off him. We haven't even started yet and I'm already a bit tired, sighs, I just have to keep fighting. Izuku descended from the building, and Tomura levitated above them. They met again in the center of the debris. Izuku had several marks on his clothes and face, Tomura was only slightly injured, but nothing serious. Tomura, ready? Izuku, wah. A Nomu charged at Izuku, hitting him several times, full cowl, Izuku covered himself, then punched the Nomu in the face and another in the abdomen, sending it along with Tomura. Tomura, ha, let's see if you can handle this. The Nomu gets up and adjusts its jaw. Tomura activates his hypertrophy with air cannon, and advances with the Nomu. Izuku, think, the Nomu is difficult to get rid of, maybe. I can only fight and nothing more, sighs and prepares to fight. Tomura opens a portal and the Nomu appears behind Izuku kicking him. Tomura runs forward, and with the momentum he punches Izuku in the face, but Izuku grabs Tomura's hand and kicks him in the face. He. Interesting that you think you have a chance. The Nomu grabs Izuku's head and throws him against a building. He goes through it and falls on the street where a group of heroes were fighting against two powerful villains. Izuku, guys. Tomura tries to hit him but Izuku covers himself, but the expanding wave releases a strong gust of wind. Tomura, don't get distracted, hero. The Nomu kicks Izuku and Tomura kicks him back, slamming him into the ground. Ha ha ha. Izuku coughs blood. I can't lose, I have to keep going, keep fighting. Tomura grabs Izuku by the neck and lifts him, but Izuku responds with a strong Izuku smash. Kicks Tomura in the face and he rolls on the ground. Tomura spits out some blood. You still have so much strength. Izuku, as long as I have to protect someone from dying or getting hurt, I'll be here to fight. Activates his full cowl at 90% and raising his strength, destroying the ground and lifting rocks. Tomura, so now you're serious. Uses all his enhancers on his body, making him a few centimeters taller. His arms became broader, muscular, not as much as Muscular's, but they did increase a few centimeters. Come Izuku. Izuku jumps towards Tomura, hitting him against a wall, but Tomura grabs Izuku's arm and punches him in the face, but Izuku kicks Tomura in the stomach. He spits out some saliva and grabs Izuku's leg and hits him against the wall with his fist. He tries to hit Tomura's face but he dodges the hit and gives Izuku the same hit in the stomach. Izuku grabs Tomura's face and hits it against his knee, then falls to the ground but is kicked by the Nomu who slams him into the wall and Izuku coughs out some blood. Tomura, that's all the power of one for all. Izuku gets up. Let's go. Tomura, why do you fight? Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, I fight to protect those you want to attack, to save those people you want to harm. Even if I can't save them all, I'll do my best, and if it means fighting you and killing you, I will. Tomura, touching, ha ha ha. Izuku, breathing heavily, blood dripping from his head and arm, but he raises an arm in attack position and stands up straight. 120% Delaware Destroyer, takes a step using his full cowl. Izuku's eyes emitted their own glow. Small lightning bolts emanated from his body and struck the ground. The marks on his body intensified. All the spectators stopped their fights. Even Gigantomachia was shocked by the fear and terror emitted by Izuku at that moment. His piercing gaze rose to see Tomura and with his full cowl he advanced as fast as he could towards Tomura, then delivered a powerful smash. The Nomu had positioned itself in the middle of Tomura's impact to prevent him from being harmed, but this didn't work and Izuku's arm pierced through the Nomu's head, punching Tomura in the face. He had used Muscular's quirk to try to stop the blow but it still reached him. The impact released an immense air source to the point that Todoroki had to create an ice wall to try to stop it. The ground where Tomura and Izuku were standing broke, leaving a huge hole. A lot of dust was present obscuring everything. Everyone was expectant, some injured. After the dust became less present, Tomura was seen on the ground, and Izuku with a burned and slightly destroyed arm but not broken. Izuku, I did it. Portals open and a style of Nomu comes out, but this one is different. It has a huge neck and a moderately tall body. High end, my turn. From 1 second to the next the Nomu had already kicked Izuku, pinning him to the wall, to drag him along it and then hit him against the ground. High end, my turn. From 1 second to the next the Nomu had already kicked Izuku, pinning him to the wall, to drag him along it and then hit him against the ground. Everyone, Izuku. Todoroki tried to advance but Muscular again prevented them from attacking by striking them with many blows. Todoroki limited himself to fight alongside Bakugo, who released various explosions in the face. The others tried to fight against Gigantomachia, but minimal effort ended in failure thanks to the power of strength and senses he possesses. Izuku, High-End suddenly hit Izuku. He only managed to block a few blows but not all. High-End grabbed Izuku by the neck and lifted him in the air, leaving him unable to touch the ground. Smash. Izuku threw punches but they didn't have the pressure they naturally had, which seemed to not affect the Nomu much. He grabbed the Nomu's arm but it had no effect. Die. The Nomu tightened its grip. Izuku had no way to breathe, but a surge pushed the Nomu and Izuku to the ground, causing them both to fall. What? Stain, I came to get Toga, I thought you'd be killing her by now. Helps Izuku up. Izuku coughs up blood and saliva. Thank you. Izuku gets up, and notices there are several guys still around. Do you need so many to take down Toga? Stain, actually, we saw you on TV, it's Liv. 4 of the guys accompanying Stain went to help the other heroes, and 3 of them were left, not counting Izuku, fighting against the Nomu who had already gotten up from the ground. Why the hell are you interrupting my hunt? Analyzes his options against those in front of him. A professional assassin, a very dangerous follower who attacks from a distance with his flames, and another assassin. I have a chance. High jumps at the three, but he disappears through a portal that opens in the faces of the assassins. Izuku, what happened? Sees the other heroes and notices that the villains were disappearing through portals. When he looks at Tomura, he was unconscious, but a portal still opens and Kurogiri carries Tomura back inside. No. Moves towards them, but Stain stops him. Stain, you're bleeding a lot, let's take him to the playground. Spinner, oh yes. Helps Izuku walk. Himiko, hi, with a little blood on her face and arm. That guy was too strong. Stain, call the others and let's go. Ida, Stain, let's go fast, I don't want to waste any more time. Leaves with the other villains through the buildings, and by other means depending on their quirks, carrying Izuku, who had lost consciousness due to blood loss, fatigue, and physical exhaustion. The other heroes stayed watching that scene with confusion, and some with hatred in their eyes. Narrator, Izuku. Izuku wakes up in a bed in an unfamiliar room. Where am I? Uck holds his head. My head hurts. Notices a lump beside him in bed and sees Toga sleeping, cuddled up to Izuku, making him feel very nervous. He moves away, falls off the bed, exits through the door, then notices his arm is bandaged and several parts of his body have band-aids. He looks up and finds himself in a huge room, seeing Stain at a bar, Dabi eating at a table, and Spinner training high. Stain, hello, welcome to your new home. Izuku, what? Stain, gestures for Izuku to come closer, which he does slowly due to his sore and injured body, sits beside Stain on a bench. The place where you were living got destroyed because of your fight, and the final blow you dealt broke its structure. We managed to salvage this. Hands Izuku his phone, a shoebox containing his money, and some photos of him, All Might, his mother, and Gran Torino. Izuku, how did you get this back? Stain, when we came to help you, I sent some guys to retrieve your stuff. This is what they could gather in the time they had. Plus, you couldn't stay at your place anymore. If criminals saw you getting help, they'd consider you an accomplice, and society would reject you the same. Izuku, so, does that mean I have to stay here now? Stain, for the time being, yes. Now go back to your room. You're injured, and we need you to recover as soon as possible. Izuku, sighs. Okay, thanks for these. Picks up his things and returns to the room. This is going to be a hassle. Enters the room and finds what seems to be Toga asleep in the bed. Where can I sleep? Sits at the edge of the bed and the floor, takes out his phone. Damn, it sees 230 messages from his friends but decides to turn off the phone. I'll be isolated for a while. Himiko, don't I count? Sits on the bed. Izuku, hello. Well, I don't know. Nervous and blushing seeing Toga with messy hair. Himiko, don't you like my company? Sits beside Izuku and rests her head on his shoulder. Izuku, it's not that. What were you doing asleep with me? Himiko, this is my room. And I'm sharing it with you, do you like it? Izuku, sees posters of hero killers, All Might, and strange characters with blood. What are these? Himiko, creepypastas. Do you like them? Pulls Izuku to take a closer look. Izuku, looks at the characters and the blood, noticing one image that catches his attention. This one looks really cool. Himiko, that's Tixai Tobi. Clockwork's boyfriend, he's so cool. Himiko's eyes sparkled with charm, leaving Izuku stunned for a moment, but then he snapped back. Himiko, that's Tixai Tobi. Clockwork's boyfriend, he's so cool. Himiko's eyes sparkled with charm, leaving Izuku stunned for a moment, but then he snapped back. Izuku, so do we have to share a room? Himiko, yes, blushing and smiling. Izuku, nervous. If you want to get comfortable on the bed, I'll take the sofa. Points to a sofa in the corner of the room, clearly too small for Izuku. Himiko, I don't mind if you're on the bed, we can both sleep there. Her brows furrowed and her gaze softened, as if she was asking him to accompany her in her nights, or at least that's what Toga thought. Izuku, oh okay. He blushes deeply. What am I doing? Sighs. I'm going to rest, my body hurts. We can talk later. Himiko, okay. Exits through the door. Izuku, lies down on the bed. What am I going to do now? I can't go out. If what Stain said is true, I'll be hunted. But if I stay, I can't help people. Sighs and closes his eyes. I'll have to find a solution. Minutes pass, and he falls asleep. In Izuku's dream. Izuku, hears a feminine voice saying. ? One for All is created to help people. As long as you do that, you don't have to hold back. Izuku opens his eyes again with a slight headache, When he turns around, he sees Toga hugging him and looking at him. Himiko, High covers her blush with Izuku's chest. Izuku, what are you doing? Himiko, Stain said he'll watch over you all the time. Still hiding her blush. Izuku, blushes and looks away. Was it necessary to hug me? Himiko, yes, squeezes Izuku. I saw on TV that hugs make people feel comfortable. Does it bother you that I'm doing this? Izuku, and not entirely. Himiko, so, you like it when I'm close? Looks at him hopefully. Izuku, averts his gaze. I like you, but I don't understand why you're doing this. Himiko, what? Izuku, why did you come to my apartment? Why are you treating me like this? There are so many things I need to think about and understand. Himiko, closes her eyes, buries her face in Izuku's chest, and tightens her eyes. I like you. Izuku, he froze at the girl's words next to him. Unconsciously he had been hugging her since they woke up, but with that confession, he tightened the grip, his stomach started to bother him, his chest felt heavy, and the lack of air became present, but not knowing what to say made him even more nervous. He didn't know if he felt anything for her. Narration by Himiko. After confessing to Izuku, she was overwhelmed with nerves. Was she feeling happy? Scared? She didn't even know what she felt, only that she liked Izuku. Himiko's stomach wouldn't stop bothering her, making her feel ticklish. She hugged Izuku tighter, burying herself more in his chest, completely hiding her face, which was now completely red. A whirlwind of thoughts passed through her mind, waiting for Izuku to speak. A few tears welled up around her eyes, expecting the worst, when she felt a warm hug from Izuku enveloping her and squeezing her closer to his body. Izuku, I don't know what I feel for you. Himiko, a tear escaped Himiko, but Izuku didn't notice as they were still hugged. Izuku, nervous. It's not that I don't like you. But it's not that I like you either. I'm just saying we could be friends. Or not. I just don't know what I feel for you. I don't know if I feel anything for you, or if I feel everything. I don't know. Couldn't finish the sentence, the nerves, the confusion, he didn't understand what he was doing, he didn't know why he was doing it. Himiko was very confused, she didn't understand what Izuku meant, for her it was just very confusing, but she was grateful for that hug that kept her warm and made her feel better than when she killed people and bathed in their blood. Izuku sighs. I don't know what I feel for you. Himiko, 2 dates. Squeezes her eyes shut and hugs Izuku tighter. Izuku, what? Himiko, have 2 dates with me, it doesn't matter where, I just want to know what dates are like, even if you don't like me, I want to have them, that's all. Hides as much as she can in Izuku's chest. Izuku, nervous and blushing. Oh okay. They spent some time together, a little awkward at first, but then they got used to being hugged for a while, until it was time for lunch and they both had to separate. I'm a disgrace to one for all.